All right, good evening and welcome. Have the pleasure of doing a last second pickup of a match between FC Hong Kong and Banananumnums. I'm gonna have such a hard time saying that name. Uh, Looks like we're in the lobby. Everybody looks like they're ready. We had a bio break, but catching up on everything that happened. Real quickly to update you on what was chosen and banned. We had leaves FC Hong Kong banning Braxis and Volskaya, with Banananumnums banning Aldrich Pass and Cursed Hollow. And we're going to Garden of Terror, selected by Banana. I'm just gonna say Banana. I'm sorry, guys. I've been talking all day and having to say something that has more than one syllable. It's really bad for me myself. And it looks like we're into the draft. You're here for Artana's picks, Hoku. Hopefully, we'll see some. Oh, and I do have to. That works. I have the teams correct. I slapped this together in like 10 minutes, and I had to double check everything's fine, but it looks like it is. We do have a Brightwing band coming out from the side of FC Hong Kong. Then a Vala ban. Brightwing and Vala being one of the two most either banned or played heroes in all of NGS. I believe it was. I don't have the percentage of him being played or not in front of me, but I saw that before. We have a Rhaegar. So looks like we have a potential healer choke. Yeah, Garden of Terror. I was like, probably more likely Illidan. Oh, this is very much going to be now a healer choke, right? Lucio coming out as a band for the size of Banana. Banananumnums. We do have Johanna. Johanna still getting a lot of favor. You know me, not a huge Johanna fan, but has a lot of use. I think what I need to do is make sure I have full screen on. That should be fine. We have Anduin and Nazebo. Interesting. You don't often do you see Nazebo being picked this early, but having had played quite a bit against Nazebo in Storm League, it can be a very frustrating champion to play. Again, we do have Sonya and Stukov. Surprised Stukov made it through. Stukov. Well, I guess we have Anduin and Stukov. Top healers typically see. A Chromie. That would not, be something that looks like Banana wants to deal with. Chromie. Junkrat's still available. Murky's still available. I have to get up and close my door before we have noise coming in my house. We do have a Malthael and an ETC. With that Li Ming he picked up. As far as interrupts from Mosh, looks like we have quite a few. Silence, Joe, Leap potentially, and Zagara now getting picked up. As I'm frantically trying to put things together. My infamous last second casts. And a Genji. Let's see. Both interesting. Interesting lineups for both. Oops. Okay, with that, I was trying to set up a prediction. I think I pressed something wrong. On the side of FC, Hong Kong, we have Gio and Sonia, Jay Tizzle on the Sukov, Calrix. On the Zagara, Alan Hicks. On the Johanna, and Splenda Daddy on Li Ming. All the while we do have on the side of Banana, Beef Squatch, Nazebo, Crap Takula on ETC, and Grumpy Kenton. On the Genji and Code Monkey on Anduin. As teams do the customary handshake in mid lane. It's one of those things that once you play HOTS long enough, you always think of why do we do this, right? Set up some predictions so far. Looks like we have most favoring. It looks like FC Hong Kong. Oh no, Banana. We have teams now moving over to their camps. Jibo having to deal with Nazebo and Anduin in top lane. And this is a rough matchup for Malthael. Yes. Malthael's not going to have a fun time facing Zagara. Let's get some support from Genji. We do have the first subjective. The bottom left favoring FC. so far. Looks potentially Q build. Gleaming. Spider build. Gazebo. With that, we do have Sonya and Gazebo still sticking around top lane.
I would so hate for you to not be the first to harvest enough.
And that silence Masukov. Very good for not only letting people or stopping people from pressing their buttons, but zoning. And we do see Malthael going down. ETC able to step out, get away Genji in the midst of it, but protected by the way, but still might go down, getting pressure. But as we all know, Overwatch heroes are safe always. You do have the bottom bruiser. Not getting too much value. We do see some structure damage already on the side of Banana. I don't know if I should say banana or just num-nums. You have about ETC going with speed middle. Interesting. Not a talent you see too often, but we do have Sonya able to pick a fight. I guess I missed out on that, but able to secure the kill on the Malthael, but back to the Nexus as well for Sonya. And this is where having someone like Zagara puts a lot of pressure on structures. Genji, you have to be careful, and there's that silence. We do have a bruiser on top, getting some pressure, all the while. Banana able to secure a seed. Now we're at 1-1. We do have Banana rotating down, try to give some support to the bottom 4. Zagara able to get quite a bit of vision with all of those creeps. FC Hong Kong able to pick up their siege camp right before the objective. We do have now, I think this is the first time they're actually going to fully contest. Banananumnums sensing they're about a level behind, and FC about to pick up level 10. Maybe trying to get something going before having to back off, and they can't stick around too long. 10s are picked up. We do have Blessed Shield, Leap, Devouring Maw, Wave of Force, and Flaming Swipe, and we do have a dead Genji. At this point, if you're Banananumnums, you have to back off now with 10's advantage. FC able to secure the second of the seeds. One more, and it's fun time. FC putting some pressure bottom. And not much a Genji can do against a Joe, a Stu, and a Zagar, and it looks like that will be going down. Both teams been pretty good at being on top of their camps. We do have now obviously FC Prioring securing the next objective, and the seed is on the top left, favoring AFC Hong Kong. We do have Last Rites coming out. We do have Light Bomb. Our Ravenous Spirit. Stage Dive. And we do have Extract, as I mentioned before. Quite a few interrupts for ETC opting for the Stage Dive to get some value. And pretty good map for that. Now, down 1, we do see them fighting. We do have Light Bomb coming out with a Silence. Extract does come out. Devouring Maw hits no one, but both teams taking a bit of damage. But now with Geo back on Sonya, able to join, misses the spear. You do have a Stage Dive in place. Both teams fighting for this, but it looks like with the kill on Genji, Banananumnums having to step back. And FC Hong Kong able to secure the first of the objectives, and unlike some of the other objectives, this one's actually rather strong. Oh.
Rise, my terrors. Sap the life from your enemies. March forth, my terrors. Approach your enemies' defenses. Blue team.
Zagara might be able to get quite a bit of value bottom, with top going down as well. FC Hong Kong still able to be about one level ahead. We do have Johanna go down with an X-Strike. Genji able to get the kill on Ming. The members from FC Hong Kong having to stay flat. You do have a Stage Dive to try to catch up to them. You have the slide and Ravenous Spirits, but does Sonya able to get out? Not something you would like to see. A lot of pressure on the bottom keep, and Maltel doing some cleanup. Although the mid fort survived for now. We see Banananumnums get their Bruiser camp. And they still only have one seed that they have channeled. But oh, we have ETC contesting this. We do have Light Bomb being used. Anduin with the root able to secure the invade and a kill on Li Ming. Maltel still dealing with bottom.
Soon we will have another seed to gather here.
We do have the next of the seeds in the bottom right, favoring Banananumnums. We have some of the members of FC Hong Kong, actually both teams, securing their siege camps. And with that, there has to be a quick fight. Level 16's almost online for FC Hong Kong. Looks like they're trying to play to get it, and they do get it. Now they have 16s. Surkov with the silence, able to zone them. I don't think anybody was channeling, but FC kind of split. Not the best position you want to be in. We do have Genji in the back. We do have Leap by Sonya with Bullet Shield coming out. Malta going down. Devouring Maw catches two of the members. But we have a 2-for-1. And with that, it looks like Banananumnums having to step back, and you want to be careful here. And oh, Grumpy Kitten with I imagine it was less than 90, because when I moved over it was 90. Able to get away. And you want to be careful, because don't think it's probably a little too early to end, but it's one of those where you start staggering and some matches end real quickly. We do have FC trying to get some pressure on the mid fort, the last remaining fort for the side of Banananumnums.
A new seed is set to sprout.
I mean, both teams are with one channeled seed, but obviously with FC Hong Kong being favored, already haven't had one objective. We had a little dance going on. We have Genji with a light bomb. That's what I was waiting to see. I was waiting for the Genji light bomb, but was not able to pull it out. ETC actually caught in his own Nazeeba wall. Joe all by themselves, having to go the long way around. ETC taking a stage dive. Oh, and all the while there was Zagara able to secure the bottom keep. May have been why that fight sort of favored. Oh, Malthiel. And probably the best outcome for FC. Not only getting bottom keep, but also securing a kill. And now looks like probably the seed with ETC trying to get back in it, but again, Nazeebo trapping ETC.
Red team's core is under siege.
Nazeebo, ETC is on your side. We do have some catapults, don't think they'll do too much damage. We do have Nazeebo going back to deal with that. We do have 118 stacks of Voodoo Ritual. We're waiting for that power spike, and that's something you have to be aware of if you're FC. With Nazeebo starting to hurt once he gets fully stacked.
My little seed is on the verge.
But with about 10 seconds left on both members of Banananumnums, we do have the next objective. These objectives have been really fortunate for FC Hong Kong, where
Has destroyed a fort.
they've been on their side. Next one on the bottom left. And you, it's like
Seed heroes.
with FC about to get 20, and yeah, they get it now. Kind of rough situation if you're Banananumnums, and just gonna have to probably give up the third of the seeds with down level, but can you forcify Malthiel's not there? So this is playing with fire. And ETC gets chunked, and watch out for the silence, and that's exactly what you don't want to be. Fortunately, ETC able to get away, but we do have the third and second of the Garden Terror objectives secured by the side of FC Hong Kong. Now as they march down bot lane, and this going to be a difficult situation for Banananumnums, having to not only fend off the Garden Terrors, but also a level 20 FC Hong Kong. With that, we do see Genji using X Strike, but gets stunned and almost able to get away. Nazeebo using Spirit to get some damage. And teams of members, I should say, of FC trying to put on some damage, but you gotta watch out for that polymorph. We do have ETC going down. With that, two members of Banananumnums down, and the core at 50%, and another member of Banananumnums going down, and it looks like the core and the win of game one going to the side of FC Hong Kong. And that's what I didn't do. I meant to do that beforehand. There you go. Everything's set. So we did have Li Ming and Zagara able to put out quite a bit of damage. 14-7 kill count. With FC Hong Kong able to secure those early objectives. And again, Garden's not the most snowbally. It's not like Brax's, but we just saw that Banana was not quite ever able to recover. Show out the talents. We did have healing about a little bit, favoring Stukov and Duane. Stukov got quite a bit of value, showing why it's one of the most picked and also banned heroes in NGS. As far as offlane, Sonya did their best. I mean, the Zio, I should say, did their best. Maltel not able to get as much value here. As well as here are the talents for you to check out. Didn't quite cover the level 20. But we did see Ignore Pain, Radiating Faith. I've been seeing more and more of Radiating Faith, and so that extra stun duration can help set up a lot of different ults. But in the case of FC, not quite necessary as they were able to secure the victory. Alright, so with that, waiting for the teams. As we will update our score screen. Splenda, thank you for the follow. Classified as well. We did have those who predicted the win. And there you go. Got scared there for a second. My Soothsayer was frozen, which was not something that was good. But able to get it updated. So with that, waiting for the next thing. So going to a quick intermission. All right, looks like map selected, Towers of Doom. Interesting. It was selected this time by, again, I should say, FC. So we will be going to Towers. All right. It looks like both teams are in. Towers of Doom selected by FC. Towers of Doom being that one map where you can be winning or losing, and as long as if you have one on the score screen, that's all you need. Being one of the maps that I've seen quite a few swings. Both that, obviously, if any of you were fans of HAC or any others, there's been some very exciting matches that occur on towers, both the better or worse, depending on if you're the losing or winning team we're fans of. But I mean, I guess as a fan, it's exciting to see these big swings, and towers being very notorious for that. Maybe that's what I should do. I get to turn off my email notifications. I mean, it looks like both teams are ready. And so, like in Garden, FC showcasing, being able to get quite a bit of value from Zagara, uh, those notably in that particular top left seed. Zagara able to secure the bottom keep, all the while it was a 4v5 actually, and kind of a gamble, but paid off for the side of FC.
Towers of Doom.
Now we move into draft. We have Blaze actually being banned out this time. And Blaze, yet another of the heroes that gets quite a bit of love or hate, either chosen or picked. Quite a bit in NGS, followed by the equivalent of Blaze, but in healer, as far as being banned and picked. We have Vala now being banned out. And Anduin. Actually, I just pulled it up real quickly. This is for all of HGC. For NGS, we have Johanna actually with a 92% popularity of either, and this is all of NGS as of yesterday, or did 92.8% popularity of either being banned or picked. Followed by Anduin at 68% popularity, either banned or picked. Then Vala, Brightwing, Hogger, and Blaze to round up like the top 5 of most either picked or banned heroes in NGS. With that, we do have Leoric in early pick, followed by Sukov, and Sukov was very much impactful in that first matchup. I'm one of those people who, if I can get rid of Sukov or take him, he's very powerful on many maps. I think Towers is also a pretty good map for Sukov. With that, we do have Dehaka being picked up, and Rhaegar. The second round of bans coming out now with Jaina now being banned out. And then we have a Murden. With that, Junkrat and Gash. Junkrat got through. I think it's kind of weird to see. I'm so used to it, Junkrat being banned out. But eventually we can't ban every single hero. Fortunately. With Nazebo and now Zagara. So we see Banananumnums using the same strategy as before, but now takes the Zagara. And so lots of potential pressure that Banananumnums can have on this map. We do have Falstad. Globals are always good. I think both teams have pretty solid drafts, although I think the team fight definitely, I think, favors FC Hong Kong. But with that, we'll move over to intermission real quickly, and I'll see you in Towers. Alright, welcome back. This time we have on the side of FC Alan Hicks on the Garrosh, Joe on Leo. Joe on Leo. That'll make it easy. Jay Tizzle on Stukov again. Splendid Daddy on Falstad, and Calorix on the Junk Rut.
What are you waiting for?
Grumpy Kidding again on Ezebo. Thief Squatch this time on Sagara. Craptacula. Oh, I think I said it wrong the first time. On Johanna Falk, which I believe is a sub on the Dehaka and the Code Monkey. On the Rhaegar, we do see the early toss. Zagara able to walk away. but something that not FC, but Banana is gonna have to be very much aware of, is being tossed around. And Grumpy going down, and good play by Garrosh, punishing the rotation of Banananumnums. And so lots of this. Okay, do you have a Garrosh and a Junkrat? That's a lot of displacement. And Snookov, and then you can't press your buttons. It's a fun time. We do have the invade coming over. And the Zeba going down again. Johanna not able to get away. Had yes. Maybe spoke too soon, but able to get out. And we didn't have Dahaka. I imagine Dahaka would have come, used the global to help there, but we didn't see Dahaka use the global then. And there's those mines. And Junkrat is a menace indeed, Hoku. You have Leo. And Dahaka doing off lane. Nazebo trying to get some stacks. Oh, but if you're Nazebo, these gotta be careful with that rotation. Already got punished. We have on the lower part for the first objective, altars. Both teams do have a global. We see the gentleman's handshake occurring top. But with that, Carlson is able to fly it, and Grumpy again gets tossed, but this time able to get a last second up. Quite a bit of a delay. And Splenda very low, sticking around a bit. Botting Garrosh a bit, but that silence again, very potent. And Dahaka having to retreat. Now Leo, this whole time Leo wasn't even in the fight. Able to join, gets dragged, but FC Hong Kong able to secure 2 of the first altars. You have 36 to 32. But as I said, this is a very momentum-based map, and as long as you have one, you have a chance. We do see Banana trying to help Dahaka a bit, while FC does invade and able to secure the bottom Zapper camp. But members of FC low, Garrosh was low, but able to get the kill on Johanna. We do see Dahaka did again, but unfortunately now is stuck in no man's land and goes down as well. And real quickly again, and Nazebo going down to Zukov is giving so much value with those silences. FC able to get level 10s rather quickly, about 2-level lead. We do have Warlord's Challenge. Riptire, Mighty Gust, and Flailing Swipe. I'm surprised Banana's even here, but they're able to get the tongue on the Falstad, but uses Gust to get away for now. Is slowed by the Johanna, but we have an Entomb. And technically, you can call that a Silence Entomb, right? We do have 3 members at the side of 4 now. And not quite the fight you want to take if you're Banana. Being down 2 levels, but also heroics. Good job on Leo rotating down to get value. Like I said, you don't need Buried Alive when you get it at level 10. And Grumpy going down again, and real quickly FC Hong Kong able to assert their dominance as far as securing the bottom fort. And unlike obviously other maps, these don't technically get destroyed. Bottom lane being a prio on this map because of the sappers, and potentially controlling 2 of these altars. Garrosh doing his best to defend bottom fort. We do have Leo and Zagara. Oh, very nice. Joe trying to get away the long way, but the taunt does come out. And Ten's finally being picked up by Banana. We do have Ancestral Healing, Maw, Falling Sword, Ravenous Spirit, and waiting on Dahaka to make their choice. I imagine it'll be our Silence. We actually got 2 sappers go through, and so now it's 36 to 25. Dahaka trying to get the tongue on Splenda, but ever able to get away. We do have the altar, I should say, at the top middle, but Dahaka trying to sneak over, and we did get a kill on Zagari. Trying to see if Hulk on the Dahaka able to maybe sneak one of these altars, but looks like we'll be caught out. And did go with adaptation, but didn't help too much. However, Banana able to secure the bottom fort back. We do see the middle fort of Banana softened up a bit. And Zagara, nice cleanse by Code, and Joe bumped over, but having to use Falling Sword. And Junkrat showing why it's banned all the time. And Stukov. We do have a Devarma catching Falstad, but I don't think they have the follow-up. Again, Stukov very much on point with those silences. Leo. A little bit of damage on him, but able to get away. And with that, we do see now almost 16s online for FC Hong Kong, with 2 altars coming up at the top and bottom mid. Or should be bottom, and mid bottom. Also trying to fly behind him, and do we see a gust? Yes. A gust into a taunt, into a silence, but momentarily saved, but And Grumpy Kitty not having a good time. And Tahaka tossed and turned. And with 16s. Banananumnums having to step away. We do see a Devouring Maw hit on the garage, but we do have Entomb up, so you wanna be careful. And the Entomb misses. Speaking of it, that could have been really bad. You don't. We're not quite at the point where staggering is horrible, but you don't want to do that. Very smart play by FC, able to secure the bottom 4 to get that extra shot on the core. And Tahaka trying to go back off to the off lane to try to get some XP to catch up. We do have Zakar being flipped and taunted. Reptire is used and secures the kill on the Zagara.
What? I mean, I knew I could do that. I've opened my tunnel as
And
well.
Banana desperately trying to get something going. And we do have the silence and boom! Johanna going down. And as I said, another 3 sappers go through. And real quickly, we have a 36-9 advantage for FC Hong Kong as they move towards the middle fort, trying to get that down. And if you're Banana, you gotta be careful because real quickly, you might get 6 capped. And we'll have the onslaught of... And we have the toss and taunt. Rhaegar gets a good Ancestral, but a little too late and too much damage going out with a gust on the Haka using adaptation, but looks like won't be able to get away. Zagara in the bottom lane desperately trying to get one of these back, but with 3 up and 2 members of FC, looks like it's gonna be Zagara. Kill secured, 3 altars up, and it looks like
The time is now.
Banana's not going to be able to stop all 3 of these channels. GG is called. With that, GG's. Well played. And a very dominant showing by the side of FC. Able to secure the victory 2-0. We did see, I'm trying to message one of the captains. Ah, there we go. Invited me to the lobby. Fun. Oh, I was trying to show you the stats and then I left. That's unfortunate. Oops. We'll move over to the map select. Got invited. I was like, I'll just press join. Let's see if they join me in Discord. Hello.
Ooh.
Welcome. And first and foremost, congrats on your 2-0 domination.
Thank you very much.
How's the team feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, the wins are nice, but really the fact that we were executing what we were trying to do was really good.
Yeah, that's it's nice when your plans and your practice come together, correct, and able to. Oh, I think I got it wrong. Sorry, I was fixing the score screen. I think I gave the wrong team the wrong score, but we all know you you won, obviously. So real quickly, I had a couple of questions. I noticed that for the first map, it was selected by you, right? Yeah, is that correct?
No, we were first pick first map.
Ah, that's right. There you go. That's what I was messing myself up. And so we went to Garden of Terror, and here we did see you go with the Stukov, and I just was making note that you were getting quite a bit of value with the Stukov, and so pretty much you were able to get pretty good value with the Zagara. I know that there's a larger map, so if you can give me just a run by of what was your strategy for Garden.
Yeah, so we've decided on a lot of these larger maps to have a solid 1-3-1, meaning we want our mage slot to be more of a lane pusher than
Mm-hmm.
blow up. And so we ended up with that kind of second mage in the 4 man or the 3.5 man, um, which we felt more comfortable picking once they picked that ETC. If that had been a heavier tank, it would have been a little bit more challenging. We still had to watch out for him. He was very threatening up front, but Ming's extra range and his lower health allowed us to kind of execute on that end. And then Zag's just a bully in the lane for what they had, right? Whether it was mouth ale or otherwise.
Yeah, Malto didn't have a fun time going against the Zagara and able to get quite a bit of value there. I think there was one particular instance where I think Zagara wasn't even there with the rest of the team. He was able to secure that bottom keep while the rest of everyone else was trying to secure or prevent, the next seed. And Zagara was able to get that seed, and with that, you get the best situation, get the bottom keep, but also get a kill and then secure the seed. And so I was mentioning during the cast that that map's not really too snowbally, but you were able to, to secure and keep the pressure on.
Yeah,
But
I mean, props to Splenda for that call. I was getting ready to head up to get the 5 man at the point, but he called out stay bot, got the keep there, pulled out a stage dive, which pulled the devouring maw as well. But then yeah, those guys were able to prevent up top really nicely.
great. So moving
Again,
on.
that second mage came in value. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's nice to have that flexibility to make those kind of decisions as far as do you want to have a team fighty team, or are you going to have that kind of a more lane pusher. Then move on to towers, and this one was selected by you this time. And so I was
Correct.
mentioning, obviously, it's one of those where it's kind of a dual-edged sword, right? Because even if you have a solid, kind of I plan, it's one of those maps that can go both ways. So going into towers, what are your thoughts about what you wanted to do, given that they kind of took a couple of your picks, and then they had,
Yeah, they did.
and then also had a Dehaka. So
Yeah, so actually we've discussed that's one of our first maps because we feel like our 4 man's pretty strong, well coordinated, lots of good communication there. So we tend to pick some mage that can interrupt at long range if necessary. So that was the Junkrat. And then we went with Falstad to have the extra global on that map as the auto attacker because we saw all the push that they had and we're concerned they were doing some other kind of push strategy where they'd force all the lanes. So we wanted to have that flexibility there.
yeah, and having the Falstad to counter their global as well. But real quickly, your team established that you were just going to go at them, and there wasn't much a Joe can do to stop a Garrosh, and we're able to punish quite a few times the members of Banana. But very, I also noted during that particular fight, your Stukov was very on point with the silences, and there wasn't much. It seems like Banana could have done. You just were able to execute your comp really well, and then eventually just you had too much pressure at some point, and so rather quick match for towers. But again, just wanted to highlight that you did a good job with your team coordinating all the different abilities there. Um,
Yeah, I mean, there was multiple times in that match where we called out, "Man, that was a great silence, Tiz." He's just on point with those all the time. Uh, Alan is very comfortable playing Garrosh, and he's very vocal about making those calls so we can do those follow-ups, whether that's another bounce or the Falstad slow, where he's just very good at letting us know in advance so we're prepped.
Yeah, but with that, I mean, there's nothing much that I can point out. He's just very executed, very clean on your side, and able to
You
kind
know,
of. Go ahead.
yeah, one of the things I like to call out there, Geo has had us prioritize Leo on that map this time, and like the soak that he gets there means that even when we're kind of outside of our macro bottom, right, we can rely on him to have our EXP lead. I mean, he was at 18k at the end of that game, which was just phenomenal.
Yeah, and Leo, did really good job keeping up with the soak, and I thought I would have seen more maybe